Shane, the Rise and Grind Picker, coming at you with another video, and I just want to tell everybody thank you for all the support. Everybody's been really awesome. So one thing I want to talk about today is getting ungated on items, or on Amazon, FBA, or Amazon in general. How you can get ungated in more items and the process to get ungated. So basically what I mean by ungated is there's items on Amazon that are restricted. There are tons of items that are restricted to newer sellers. So what you want to look at is when you first start your seller account and you sign up and you put all your information in, there's going to be things that you're going to scan stuff in stores and be restricted to sell those in tons of products. And when your account gets older, obviously you can get unrestricted, or there's certain ways to get unrestricted in those items to be able to actually sell them. And so what you got to look at is how to get unrestricted in these items and how you can actually do this, right? So let's get to this. So first off, there's two ways to get ungated on items, okay? So you can either apply, so you can apply to sell the item, or you can increase your sales velocity, obviously. So sales velocity has a lot to do with this. So you can apply to sell the item, or two, you can get a EIN number or EFIN through your state or reseller's license, and you can buy wholesale. And what you do is you purchase items, and then you go through the process to get ungated on Amazon by sending them your wholesale invoice. And you might have to pay a little bit of money, but also you can send them your wholesale invoice and they will either approve you or not approve you. So do you get approved every time like this? I've never tried it. I don't know, but that's one of the ways to do it. I do have a reseller's license, so I can buy wholesale. I'm approved for wholesalers. So what I will do is probably this year I'm going to be dabbling a lot more into wholesale and buying and selling wholesale for Amazon. So when I say this is the easiest way is to increase your sales velocity so you don't have to do that. And one way to do is you got to focus on items that sell frequently and quickly and you're not restricted in. So one of those items are books. I started out selling in books, and I actually was able to do my first month over $2,000 in sales, which started slowly getting me restricted in stuff. And now that my volume is up in other stuff, I can get unrestricted in certain things that some people or newer sellers cannot. So what do you ask is, how do I get unrestricted, or how do I apply? So what you want to do is go to the Amazon website, and when you go to the Amazon website, you will scan your item that you want to get unrestricted in, not on the app but the website. And then once you scan it to get unrestricted in it, or not scan it but type in the UPC, it'll come up that you're restricted, and basically what you want to do is apply, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so first off, what you want to do to get ungated in an item that you're restricted in, I know that I can sell these singly, but I'm restricted in double packs. So I'm going to enter the UPC here. To get to this page, you go to inventory and you go to add a product. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter this UPC in just number by number, 00019, and you go ahead and hit search, and it's going to search it basically for you. Let me take this down. So now all these come up, and this 12 pack right here I'm restricted in, so you want to hit listing limitations apply. And let's see here. So right here, I'm restricted in this one right here. It drops 24 count. And you see that it says you need approval to list OTC medication products. So you hit request approval. So as you can see, when I entered these Ricola drops in, I was actually restricted in. Basically, what that's called is auto ungating. When I put the UPC in and I applied, it automatically gave me approval to sell OTC medication in this category, in this subcategory. So basically what you want to look at is, for the most part, that's auto ungating. So if you have a high sales velocity, a lot of products you will get auto ungated in. You can just type the UPC in, and then you just request the approval, just like I did in the video, and it will say, congratulations, you can sell this product. Now, if you do not get auto ungated, okay, what will happen is the screen will go to an invoice screen, and it will say you need an invoice or a letter from the manufacturer to sell this item. And at that point, I just back out or hit the home page, because I'm not gonna give them that. Nothing else works besides a wholesale invoice. So I'm gonna back out and go back, and that way I can apply for other items still on my screen, but I'm not gonna give them that because I don't have it. So you can just go back or do the home page, and then you don't have to supply that, or you can save it as a draft, and then you can go back in your drafts and like reapply in like a month or 2 weeks to see if you can get auto ungated. So as you can see, it ungated me almost instantly. It says you can sell this product, and that's because my sales volume is fairly high. And so one way to do this is to increase your sales volume so you get auto ungated in certain items. I will say that one of the hardest brands and categories to get ungated in is clothing, and also Nike. Nike is super difficult to get ungated in, and most people cannot do it. I can't do it. I know that there's some really huge sellers that do and have gotten gated for Nike, but it is very difficult to do. And unfortunately, with like big brands like that, you're not going to be able to get a wholesale invoice, because most brands like that require like a $20,000 to $30,000 a month purchase, maybe $40,000 through their distributors. And also in retail stores, there are a ton of retail stores that have a lot of hoops to jump through to actually be able to sell Nike. They are very strict on their products. So one of the things is like shoes, watches, clothing. They're some of the three hardest categories to get ungated in. And unfortunately, you have to have some extremely high volumes to get ungated in these items. Well, what I can say is, when you increase your sales velocity, don't just do it and sell items that are not profitable. Like, you want to make a profit, because if you say, well, I'm going to go and buy a ton of stuff and sell it and break even, you're doing all this work for nothing. Like, you're doing it for nothing. You're not gaining anything. So to the point is what I'm trying to say is, you want to try to sell products that you're at least doubling up on or profiting on, versus just going out and buying a ton of items hoping to increase your sales volume to get ungated in certain items. Like I said, I started out in books, and it was super profitable for me, and I was able to maintain a very nice profit margin on books, and I still sell books and maintain a great profit margin on them. For newer sellers, one thing I can tell you right now, one tip, and sorry, I am still sick, so you can see it in my voice, but I am getting better. One tip I can say is, don't focus on what you're restricted in, focus on what you can sell. So when you go to Walmart, scan everything, scan the craziest stuff, and also, here's the thing. Most sellers are restricted in huge brand names or popular items. So look for items that aren't so popular, that people don't sell a lot of on Amazon, and it still may be profitable, but you can sell some of those items and get sales volume and increase your sales volume. Now, one thing I will say is, sometimes the app and the Amazon website show different things. So you may be restricted on the app. And I have not come across this a ton It's just once in a very great while. You may be restricted on the app for one, and then on the website you will be unrestricted, or you will be unrestricted on the app, and on the website you will be restricted on it. So just keep in mind, this does not happen very often, but it does happen to certain circumstances. I've had it happen to me a couple times. Pokemon stuff. I bought a bunch of it at GameStop and other places, and I scanned it, and I was unrestricted. By the time I got home, I was restricted. You just got to be aware of these sayings. Sometimes you can reapply and get ungated. Sometimes you can't. But one thing I will tell you is sometimes through the app and the website, it's different, and I don't know why. I think it's just different. They're off different servers or something, but this might happen like 1 out of every 100 items, where the app will say you're unrestricted, and then you get home, you go to send it in, and the website says you are restricted. It has not happened very much, but it will happen eventually, so I just want to prepare you for that. So other than that, if you have any questions and comments, please put them down below this video. I would love to answer them and kind of hear your thought process on the restrictions and stuff like that. One thing I can tell you is just focus on what you can sell. Don't focus on what you can't sell. This is a huge mindset. This is a huge mindset thing. So once again, thank you for this video. This is a quick tutorial I put together for you all so you guys can kind of learn how to get ungated, how to apply. Some people may not know you can even apply for this. Once again, make that money, and I will catch you on the flip side. Rise and Grind Picker out.